Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Jamal Diwan with Safa Center for Research and Education, bringing you a prophetic lesson. In community organizing, they say that when you are dealing with people of power and you come to a negotiation with them, you should understand who you are and who they are and what it is that you can ask from them to hold them publicly accountable, but also to achieve a greater benefit for you and your community. And we see this in the story of Yusuf alayhi salam. Yusuf alayhi salam, as we know, Joseph, he goes through all of the things that he goes through. He's thrown into the well by his brothers. He's bought into this family. Then he's tested by the woman, the woman of the household of that family. He's thrown into prison unjustly. And eventually he comes out. And when he comes out now, the ruler and the head of that household, who's in this position of power, he knows that Yusuf alayhi salam is a very reliable and trustworthy person because of all the things that have transpired. And so when he brings him out of prison and he brings him in front of him, he tells Yusuf alayhi salam, he tells Joseph, you are now with us in this position of, you have great honor with us, you have great prestige with us. And then Yusuf alayhi salam responds in the Quran, in the 12th chapter, towards the middle, he responds with something that is very, very interesting. Immediately he says, قَالَ اجْعَلْنِي عَلَى خَزَائِنِ الْأَرْضِ إِنِّي حَفِيظٌ عَلِيمٌ. He said, make me then responsible for the treasuries of the land. I am trustworthy and I am knowledgeable. So what happened here was that Yusuf alayhi salam goes through everything. He comes out into this position. He's in front of the person who has power and authority to make decisions, and he understands who is this person, who is he. He says, he gives his reasoning. He says, Inni hafidun alim. I'm reliable, I'm knowledgeable. He knows how to do this job, and then he knows exactly what to ask for. He says, put me on khaza'in al-ard. Make me basically the treasurer of the land. Where this came up recently in a gathering that I was in, happened to be in with the Attorney General of California. There are a lot of interfaith leaders there, maybe 40, 50, 60 people in the room. And some of the people in the room, the only people in the room who came really prepared, I would say, were a couple of students from MSA West. And they deserve respect and recognition for the accomplishment that they were able to achieve in that meeting. Was that they came in, they had prepared, they knew who they were talking to, what they could ask for. They had a whole piece of paper that said, these are the issues of Muslim students on campuses, these are the campuses that we represent, these are the number of students that we represent. And when they were given the opportunity then to speak in the meeting, they were able to tell the Attorney General, these are our issues, this is what's going on, this is an example of some of the things that have been said by professors to their to their classrooms that have Muslim students in those classrooms, very discriminatory things. And they said, this is unacceptable, and we ask you to do X, Y, Z. And because they were able to prepare in that way and understand the situation in that way, they were able then to get a follow-up commitment from the office of the Attorney General in that regard. So why I'm trying to say this, because we get that lesson, very important lesson, from Surah Yusuf itself, from how the Prophet Joseph dealt with how to ask for what he wanted to ask for when he had the opportunity to come in front of that person of power. So we ask Allah to guide us in all of our affairs and to help us to follow the examples of the messengers. Ameen. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam tasliman kathira. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.